Guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times and this is the iPhone 12 Pro. We finally have this, and this basically is not the Indian unit, but I totally am excited for finally able to use an iOS device as my primary one. This would be my primary phone from now. I have been an Android user ever since its inception. My first phone was the Samsung Galaxy S, the first Samsung Galaxy device with Android, and this now is going to be my primary phone, the iPhone 12 Pro 128GB. And I've chosen the Pacific Blue here. In India, this is yet to arrive. It would take a few days, 3 to 4 days from now, and I'm luckily one of the earlier buyers, and this is the retail unit of Dubai. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's just the FaceTime that is going to be excluded, and yeah, that is going to matter a little bit because this is going to be my primary device, but I'm not sure if I would still be using FaceTime otherwise. So let's keep that aside and take a look at this new packaging. And interesting, when I finally had my thoughts about getting into iOS for the first time, Apple made such huge changes to its box packaging. This is the first time we are seeing a new box package from Apple. iPhone's box package, it's actually slimmer than what you pay in terms of cash in India. So if you're paying a cash with 500 rupee note bundles, you won't be paying this much. You would be paying thicker than this, and you're getting this slim box in the end. So this is the iPhone 12 Pro 128GB version. There are of course 256 and 512GB versions for the same. This is the Pacific Blue. There are 4 color options, but from what we have seen from the foreign YouTubers, from the YouTubers in the US who have already used and reviewed the phones, the blue one looks great. So this is the one, and let's open it up. So kind of a different packaging, and you at least get to know how the phone looks like from the front. You have that notch area which has been on the iPhones ever since the notch was introduced, and it does serve a purpose. But let's not get into iOS versus Android to say that things have been better on Android to look at. Yeah, they do look better there, but if it functionally gives you a better feature here, then I'm okay with that, because notches have never been an issue personally for me. So don't expect much from the box package here. You know what you're going to get inside. It's just the phone and then the cable and nothing else. Apple, I don't know. Apple has this time said that it's environment that they are trying to protect, and that's why they don't offer chargers. But in the end, users need a charger, right? I know the business sense of it, and I would rather say that yes, well played, Apple. Well played with this, and you certainly are gonna make more money here. But users who are true Apple fans would say, yeah, it's all about environment. It actually isn't. You know what's going to happen there. You are going to buy the charger separately. Obviously, you're going to pay for that, and that charger isn't coming naked. You are going to get that in a box. You're going to get that in a box that is wrapped up in plastic, and you're going to get separate booklets for the same. So it's pure business there. I don't know how people blindly would support that and say that yes, no, it's all about environment and Apple is doing all well there. They aren't. But let's not get further into it. This is the Pacific Blue. It actually looks very good. I mean, this not just about the color, but also about the phone. Apple has gone back into the past of the company, and they have gotten one of the earlier designs back into the scene, and this actually feels very good, though this is still in a glove, so I'm not sure how it would feel like. I'd surely like to try that out. But so this is the 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR display with the 2532 into 1170 pixels, 460 ppi. That is all the specs, but the major things are support for HDR, True Tone display with the haptic touch support, and the brightness of 800 nits, rather going up to 1200 nits if you are looking at HDR here. And this is an oleophobic coating, so that's resistant from fingerprints. So that's about the display. Internally, this phone has the A14 Bionic chipset. I mean, you know about the chipsets from Apple. They are custom made They aren't like the Qualcomm Snapdragons or the MediaTek Helios. This is custom made and they are well capable to offer the highest level of performances to even beat the flagships from the other makers. And design wise, this comes with the IP68 certification, so that's a good thing again. On the back you see three cameras: 12 megapixel wide f1.6 camera, 12 megapixel ultra wide f2.4 camera, and a 12 megapixel telephoto camera that would offer 2x optical zoom. And there's the lidar scanner towards the bottom. You see that round circle, the smaller circle, that is for the night portraits. The lidar support this time is gonna get the experience better. Let's see how it does. We would be doing a complete camera review. This is, I'm saying this again, I haven't ever used an iOS phone for over a week, so this is going to be a different and a unique test for me to see how well I would be able to cope up with things here. Let's see. And with the camera capabilities, you of course know that iPhones have been good, and this has the support for 4K videos at 60 fps, and this time the support for Dolby Vision with the HDR is something that is worth taking a look at. So we'll also test that out later. On the front you have the true depth camera, 12 megapixel f2.2 camera, and that is with the Face ID. The same camera would be used for the Face ID as well, and this support for Face ID, the proper one. On the bottom you see the lightning adapter. There's no change over there. The port still stays there, the lightning port. You have the microphone as well as the stereo speaker output here. The stereo speaker extends to the top, and also there's a microphone placed over here as well. You have the antenna bands and a proper metal plus glass combination for the design. So keeping this aside, let's take a look at what else is offered in the box. You can directly see that here, right? It's just this cable type C to lightning, and that's the first thing that is offered. And next you have nothing else except the booklets and the SIM ejector tool. Yeah, all about environment once again. So you're getting only these things, the sticker as well. Yeah, this is going to protect environment. That's it. This was what you get in the box package. Keeping this aside, let's get back into the phone. So finally taking the glove off for setting up the device, and it would surely need a better touch. So of course your fingers set up manually, and let's quickly set this up. While it sets up, let's also see the other sides of the device. You have the volume rocker buttons, you have the alert slider. On the top there's nothing except for the antenna bands, and yeah, it's completely that sharp edges. And on the right you have the power button, or the multifunction button rather, and you have the Face ID setup being asked for, at least for now. Don't use anything right now, don't use it. So this is one of the display capabilities of the iPhone, the True Tone display. It automatically adapts to the ambient light conditions to make colors appear consistent in different environments. So this is without and this is with. You see that tone changing. It becomes a bit warmer whenever you have the True Tone display turned on, and you have the appearance switcher between the light and dark. Let's keep it light, at least to give you that demo here. And the standard and zoomed can be switched between. This is iOS 14, and again we'll be talking about the iOS 14 later, about a lot of things in that as well. And of course, when this is a newer smartphone for me, I would say I'll be testing out the different things on this one. And frankly, these are things that I haven't seen a lot on any other smartphones, since this is iPhone and iPhone has a lot of things that are different from Android. So I've always, as I said, I've always been on Android, and iOS is going to be a very new and a different experience for me. So I'll be testing out everything, and hopefully it should be a good experience. I'm still only a bit skeptical about seeing how things would change for me. This is the ultra wide, wide, and the telephoto camera switcher. You have the portrait option, and you have the option for again the natural light, and these are the portrait options that you get anyway. Under video you have several options. You have 4K at 60 fps as well as said, and you'll have the slow motion and time-lapse options as well. So that's it. This was the quick unboxing and a hands-on with the iPhone 12 Pro, the 128GB Pacific Blue variant. We'll be talking more about this one when the review time actually takes about 2 to 3 weeks, so I'll be talking more about it only after that amount of time. Anyway, you can stay tuned for the gaming, the camera review, and the other comparisons that should be coming up on the channel very soon. And That's it. I hope you like this video. If you do, share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching. See you on our next video.